Okay, let's talk about it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Spill the Tea Thursday. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Hannah Starling, and I am here to talk to you all about social justice and inclusion and the way it shows up in media. Today, we're talking about the Kardashian family. Now, I normally love the Kardashian-Jenner family. I think that they've got a little spice added into them, but today we're going to talk about different themes, the way that they show up and show out in social justice topics. Not in a good way, but we're gonna put them through the ringer. We're gonna see exactly how it plays out. Because of what I have learned in my social justice course, I am going to share with you 3 ways that social justice shows up in the Kardashian cinematic universe. We all know that the Kardashian family is rolling in money. How they got there, that's a story for a different day.
Bombastic side eye.
But there are moments that classism actually shows up and shows out in this family. For example, we all know the classic,
"My diamond earring is gone. I lost my diamond earring in the ocean."
and then Kourtney, Kim's sister, coming back and saying,
"Kim, there's people that are dying."
But what I want to talk about today is something a little bit more recent, where Kim and her family were a part of a Variety magazine interview, and Kim actually made a pretty classist statement.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Wait a damn minute.
I learned about this. This is called the myth of meritocracy. The myth of meritocracy is this idea that people succeed based on their own talents and merits. So you take whatever talents you have, and that's how you succeed, and no one has an advantage over anyone else. But this kind of harms others, right? Because we're perpetuating this idea that you can move up the social class ladder, even when maybe you don't have the resources to do it. Back in 2018, Khloe and Kourtney were caught saying the R word on an Instagram Live. I don't think they knew exactly what the R word meant at the time because it was back in 2018. But even then, it's 2018. Are you kidding me? Khloe took to Twitter a few days later to apologize for what she said, but it doesn't seem super genuine to me. On that same note, Kylie Jenner perpetuated ableism back in 2016 for this cover of Interview magazine where she was sitting in a gold-plated wheelchair. Yeah, sis has not come back and apologized or said anything about it since then, but both of these are examples of privilege and prejudice when it comes to not knowing more about people who have disabled identities. The girls were weighing the value of the social group of people who are disabled versus their own social group who are able-bodied. Kimberly. Back in 2017, Kim Kardashian traveled to Dubai with Scott Disick. If you don't know who Scott Disick is, Scott Disick used to be this on-again, off-again boo for Kourtney Kardashian. Back in 2017, I guess at the time Scott and Kourtney weren't together because while they were in Dubai, Kim actually found a girl in Scott Disick's hotel bathroom. So that's a little bit of backstory for you. Kim decides to go into the bathroom to pull the person out and be like, "You need to leave. What are you doing here? Get out of our hotel." So in the next few scenes of the show, Kim calls her then husband, Kanye West, to tell him about what happened. Now it's the wording in here that actually perpetuates racism.
Hey babe, are you awake? I just caught a girl in Scott's room and went so ghetto on her. All of my friends, literally jaws dropped. Who is this ghetto girl? Stephanie and I are shaking.
Kimberly, really? Ghetto? Girl. This came back up last year in conversation, saying that Kim was appropriating culture and actually kind of blackfishing in that moment. In this course, I've learned that prejudice is a learned prejudgment of a group of people, particularly to ones that we don't belong. Prejudice based on limited knowledge of the experience that we have of that group of people. Though she was married to Kanye West at the time, this was a very prejudice-driven comment that she made when she was describing how she acted towards the girl in the bathroom. When will they truly learn? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, I know the Kardashians are trying their best, but they should really try a little bit harder. That way they can learn and educate themselves on ways that they are perpetuating oppression onto other people. I'm sure there are so many other examples that I can share with you, but unfortunately for today, the tea has been spilt. I'll see you next week while we unpack a beast, also known as...
Hungry.